So first, it digs into a massive amount of digital information. Imagine it having access to the world's libraries and research databases. That's the scope of its research capabilities. And just like a skilled librarian, it zeroes in on the reliable sources to gather the most accurate information.
So it's not just grabbing anything it finds online. There's some sort of quality control built in.
Absolutely. It's programmed to identify and prioritize trustworthy sources, making sure the information it gathers is accurate and verifiable. Before putting pen to paper, so to speak, Storm creates a detailed outline. This blueprint helps ensure the final article is well structured and covers various facets of the topic in a logical and comprehensive way.
Makes sense? An outline is crucial for any well-written piece.
Mhm.
This is where it gets really interesting, Ray. You mentioned something about an internal debate feature.
This is where Storm really sets itself apart. So imagine a group of experts, each with a different perspective, sitting around a table, discussing and debating the research findings. That's essentially what happens within Storm.
Wait, the AI actually debates with itself.
In a way, yes. It simulates conversations between its various AI experts. They'll challenge assumptions, explore different angles, and refine the outline. So the final product is well-rounded and considers multiple viewpoints.
So it's like a built-in peer review process.
Yeah.
Happening entirely within the AI. That's fascinating. Okay, so we've got the research, the outline, and the internal debate. What's the final step? Does the AI actually write a full article at this point?
That's right. Storm drafts a comprehensive article. And here's another crucial detail. It meticulously cites its sources. And in evaluations, Storm has demonstrated nearly 90% accuracy in its citations.
That level of accuracy is impressive. It sounds like this could be a game changer for research. So how could librarians actually use this in their work? Can you give me some concrete examples?
Certainly. Think about the countless hours librarians spend assisting patrons with research. Storm could help streamline that process, and it could be a valuable tool for collection development. Imagine using Storm to quickly evaluate, the depth and breadth of coverage on a particular topic. It would really help librarians make informed decisions about acquiring new materials.
Of building and maintaining a relevant and comprehensive collection. But what about the impact on patrons? How could Storm benefit them directly?
Well, think about a student working on a research project. They could use Storm to get a quick overview of a topic, identify those key sources, and even generate a preliminary outline for their paper. It's like having a personalized research assistant, available 24/7.
This all sounds very promising, but it also raises some important questions, like how does Storm handle biases in the information it gathers?
While Storm itself doesn't have inherent biases, the data it draws upon can reflect societal biases that are present in the real world. That's why it's crucial for librarians to be aware of these potential biases and to guide patrons in critically evaluating the information they receive from Storm.
You mentioned earlier that Storm achieves nearly 90% accuracy in its citations. What are the implications of that level of accuracy for librarians and the research process in general?
Well, that level of accuracy has the potential to revolutionize how we approach research and critical thinking.
It could also have a significant impact on plagiarism detection, right?
Absolutely. With Storm's ability to accurately cite sources, it becomes much easier to identify instances of plagiarism. This could be a valuable tool for educators and librarians, helping to ensure academic integrity and promote ethical research practices.
This brings up another interesting point. Could Storm, even if AI takes on a larger role in knowledge creation, there will always be a need for human expertise, particularly in areas like evaluating information and guiding others in the responsible use of these tools. I'm actually pretty excited about Storm's potential, but I know you're a little, okay, more than skeptical.
Yeah.
About 90%.
Okay, but you're a librarian.
Right,
And you think about accuracy all the time.
right.
What do you think about that 10% margin of error?
We're talking about potentially millions of articles,
Right.
and even a small error rate means a lot of misinformation. And Wikipedia has all these human editors and fact checkers. Can an AI really do that same job? But I also see this as being potentially really revolutionary. Think about all the time that it could save librarians if they could use this to help them with research, or
Okay, so you're saying librarians should use this.
maybe, or at least they could use it for certain things,
Okay.
so they could focus on other things,
Oh, fun.
like, helping people develop critical thinking skills. Or
Oh, so you think people are going to need help with critical thinking skills even more?
I think they need help with them now. And I think if AI is generating a lot of content, I think
You're saying it's going to get worse?
potentially. I mean, that's what we're here to talk about, right?
Right.
I mean, what if people just start using Storm for all their information needs? What happens to the librarian?
What happens to libraries?
Yeah, I mean, are we just going to hand over everything to an algorithm?
That's my concern.
I get it. I get it. But maybe let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, Storm's still pretty new.
All right.
And even the Stanford people admit that it has limitations.
Oh, they admit it. They even have a term for it, improper inferential linking.
Which is basically just a fancy way of saying that sometimes it jumps to conclusions.
Right. It makes connections that aren't really there. An AI that's making these kinds of mistakes, especially with complex topics, it could be a real problem. All right. And you know what else worries me? That La Razón article,
Yeah.
it mentioned that Storm could
Create content in different languages.
write multiple languages.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It is. But think about the implications for misinformation.
If it's making stuff up in Spanish and German.
Exactly. With that same 10% error rate.
Okay, yeah, that adds another layer of complexity for sure. But I mean, I also see the potential for good there. Making information more accessible.
Oh, you're still thinking about accessibility.
Yeah, I mean, if it's accurate,
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Accessibility without accuracy.
that's a problem.
It's a huge problem. Look at how easily misinformation spreads now
Yeah,
with human fact checkers.
right.
Imagine if we're relying on AI that doesn't even understand nuance.
But we have to be realistic. Information overload is already a problem.
Okay, so what are you saying? We just give up?
No, but librarians can't keep up with everything.
So you're saying Storm can help them?
Maybe.
Yeah.
What if it could help filter the noise?
Hmm.
Find good sources,
Yeah.
create a starting point for
At a
research.
starting point.
Yeah, I mean, you're always talking about using tools to enhance human expertise.
Right. But I'm worried it will replace it.
Okay,
But think about it. Most people online, are they really going to critically evaluate an article written by AI? Are they going to cross-reference sources, consult with a librarian?
probably not.
Probably not. They'll just take it at face value because it looks official.
Okay, so we need to teach people how to evaluate information better.
Yes, we need to. But we're not doing a great job of that now.
No, we're not. But librarians are good at that. That's what they do.
They are. But what if Storm just becomes a shortcut? A way to avoid human expertise altogether?
But that's why we need librarians even more, to help people understand the limitations of AI. They can teach people how to evaluate information critically, give context that an algorithm can't provide.
I hope you're right. I really do. But I'm worried that Storm is just going to undermine the whole mission of libraries.
Yes.
To provide accurate, unbiased information,
Yeah.
to preserve knowledge, to curate it.
I mean, you're right to be concerned. These are big issues. Maybe Storm can be a force for good.
Yeah.
Maybe it can help us make information more accessible and more reliable.
More reliable. You really think so?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Right? We just have to be careful. We have to think about the risks and the benefits.
The risks are huge.
I know. But so are the potential benefits.
Okay. Let's say you're right. Let's say Storm can be used for good. We still have to ask ourselves who controls this technology.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What are their goals?
Yeah.
Do those goals align with the library's mission?
Yeah, I mean, technology is never neutral.
Right? Never. It's always shaped by the people who create it.
And if those people don't share the library's values, then we've got a problem.
So where do we go from here? How do we balance the potential of AI with the need to protect the core principles of libraries?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we need to start by acknowledging the complexity of the issue, not just falling into these simple narratives.
Like AI is going to save us all.
Or destroy us all.
Exactly. We need to be realistic. We need to be nuanced. We need to have these tough conversations.
This isn't just about Storm anymore. This is about AI in society. So you're saying if we're relying on a few tech companies to give us all our information?
Yeah, we're giving them a lot of power.
But isn't that already happening, though, with Google and Facebook and all that?
It is, but at least there's still some humans involved. But if we give all that to AI,
Then it's just algorithms.
right, algorithms that we don't understand, that could be bias.
Okay,
We can't just passively consume information.
you think about it.
Right. Ask questions. Where did this come from? Who wrote it? What are their motivations?
Basically, we have to become our own fact checkers
Exactly. And we have to teach our kids how to do that too.
because they're going to face even more of this stuff than we do.